Hey guys, I'm Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I have a very exciting video for you because I'm going to talk about an app. So, remember how I made a video or a blog post a while back where I said you shouldn't just rely on an app for birth control? There's more that goes into that, and so I will link that video if I can find it down below. But essentially what I was saying was you need to learn the method to use a cycle tracking app because they don't necessarily, they'll give you a prediction, but they don't necessarily tell you exactly when you're fertile or not. Well, there is now an app for that. I am going to talk about natural cycles today. I've been trying it out for a few months, and I've got to say I actually really like it, and it's so simple. And at first, I wasn't too gung-ho about how simple it was, but I think the fact that it is simple is such a good thing because there are a lot of people out there that just want a no fuss, no frills birth control method, and this is a simple thing they can do, much like popping a pill every day, and it's just something that you have to quick do every day, and it gives you an answer of you can have unprotected sex or you cannot have unprotected sex, and wham bam thank you man, birth control. Natural Cycles is an app. It is backed by a unique algorithm that will take into factors things like your temperature, sperm survival rate, fluctuations in your cycle and your temperature and things like that, and tell you whether you are fertile or not. It tells you when you've ovulated. It tells you where you are fertility wise as well as where you are overall in the different phases of your menstrual cycle. And it also gives you predictions about your upcoming cycles, which come in very handy, I find, for when you're planning travel, trips, or events, just to know really quickly without having to do the math in your head, just to scroll in the calendar and go, am I gonna be bleeding that week at that party or on that trip? Am I gonna have to pack tampons, pads, a cup, whatever it may be? And it's just something that's very simple that I appreciate just kind of knowing, because I used to try to do the math in my head and it never worked out, and I always get my period regardless of like the event or the trip, but it's just nice to know. So every day Natural Cycles will give you one of two colors. It will give you a red or a green, and I'm sure you can guess what each of these colors mean, but I will go over them really quickly. Red means do not have unprotected sex, you are in your fertile phase, and green means you're good to go. So it will take Natural Cycles a few months to learn your unique menstrual cycle, and a lot of people can be turned off by getting a lot of red days in the beginning. They can get frustrated, they want more green days, they want more safe days to have carefree sex, and I completely understand that, but don't let that stop you from giving it a go. It really picks up really quickly and you get a lot of green days, more green days than you know what to do with really soon with this app. It all depends on what you want out of your birth control. If you want a safe, effective method, then be patient and give it some time. Okay, so now let's go over really quickly how to use this app because it is one of the simplest apps to use. I like that about it for a birth control method. I like apps that you can like track different things, but for a just plain Jane birth control method, a natural birth control method, a non-invasive birth control method, this is awesome because once you get your account set up, which takes maybe 5 minutes, your day-to-day responsibility is very simple. You wake up, you take your basal body temperature, which is your temperature that you take at the same time every day before doing anything, before going to the bathroom, getting up, rolling around in bed, checking your email, cuddling with your partner. You pop your thermometer in, you take your temperature, and then you put it in the app. And from there, it will tell you green or red, and then you know what that day holds for you. You also want to add in the days that you are bleeding or spotting. And then a few other options are you can click when you have like an abnormal temperature that day. Say you're sick or you're drinking the night before and it's way too high or it's way too low and it just isn't, you know it's not within your normal range. You can click deviating temp. So you can click normal temp or deviating temp. You can add in results from your luteinizing hormone ovulation tests. You can add in whether you've had sex, unprotected or protected. And you can also, there's a little section in here where you can type in some notes. And then another really cool thing is it has a section, let me get to it. It has a section like your stats section. And so up at the top, you can see kind of averages for your cycle, your follicular phase, your luteal phase, and ovulation. So like I said, if you want a like no frills, no fuss birth control method, a natural birth control method, Natural Cycles is a great option. It is worth noting though that it does not protect against sexually transmitted infections and diseases as most methods don't, but I think it is important to mention that because I think STI protection kind of gets forgotten about sometimes, and you shouldn't forget about protecting yourself in that sense. And overall, I love that our natural birth control options are growing. I love that we're coming up with new technologies and apps and devices that are helping us in our journey to want a synthetic hormone-free birth control option. That sounded really complicated, but you know what I mean. So I went to the website, and in a given year, out of 1,000 women, 5 women will become pregnant because of a wrongly given green day. So, overall, 7 out of 1,000 women, including those 5, will get pregnant for a number of reasons. And one of those could be because you have sex on a red day, which is when you are fertile. You have unprotected sex, I should say. Another cool feature of this is there is 2 modes, and you can switch it from prevent a pregnancy, which I am on right now, to plan a pregnancy, and that will change just a few things. It changes the colors of it. So it goes from a bright red is your most fertile day to it's like a light peach color is your least fertile day, and then a gray circle is unlikely fertility. Okay, I'll try not to geek out, but I just think it is so cool that the same method can be used to prevent a pregnancy and to achieve a pregnancy. Also, you can use it to monitor a pregnancy after you become pregnant. And overall, there is a ton of great information on their website under their, I think it's the support tab. And they do recommend that you read their directions before starting to use the app, just to make sure you're doing it correctly. Oh, I also should mention it's not a free app. You get a month free. I'll put the price information down below because I don't want to quote that wrong. We pay for birth control anyways, and if you want an effective method, then I support investing in birth control, especially when it is natural and non-invasive. Okay guys, that is what I have to say about the Natural Cycles Act. I really am enjoying it. I'm excited to keep using it and to, keep playing around with it, but I do like it. Natural Cycles, easy, no frills, no fuss. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more app reviews or particular app reviews, and I will look into them. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!